We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago, when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here.
Tu connais
They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. They'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Tu sais qu'au foot, je vais voir les jeunes, je leur dis ouais tu connais ci, tu connais ça, et ils ont tous ça à me dire non. Je pète les postures et je dis ouais, c'est bien.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mais vous êtes des petits, ça se voit. Vous êtes vraiment des petits, vous êtes.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
And
hard running is going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup.
C'était un lance-toi. Avant d'être un.
This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Zidane a joué au PSG? Mais non, les joueurs. Est-ce que tu connais Monterrubio? Monterubio? Ah non, t'es pas informé sur le football alors. Alors. Oh, ça fait petit bras ça.
It's a gain of 16 and the Vikings have the first down as well. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future.
Monterubio,
no? I figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with. It's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
On second down, it's Cook, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Je ne comprends pas. Putain, c'est un hyper, ça.
Second and 10. Come on, gonna throw it.
Non, oh, mais ouais, ça va pour toi.
Here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Mon looks to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Randy Gregory. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They run on first down.
Oh, il y a faute, il y a faute.
This forward for about 4. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott.
Hop là!
Whoa. That's Schultz. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Eh André, à Chavin c'était mon quand on a fait 4-4 contre Liverpool là, c'était magnifique hein. J'ai adoré hein.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Pat, I love this game. Clever, Patrice. Patrice, vous avez vu, il a écrit un livre. Il crache sur Livian. Hein. I love this game.
They'll run with Elliott, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Malcolm Z.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. But they get back it up. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Il n'a aucun respect pour Lilian, cet enfoiré.
2nd and 9. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen.
Mais vas-y, ça m'énerve, vas-y, les sprints, pas plus sa merde.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
First down.
Be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
On va tenter un truc, les gars.
Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, Mon. They'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Prescott now. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to turn the corner,
c'est quoi ces joueurs là?
Near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It's Prescott. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked.
Mine de merde.
Play on this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The veteran in his first year.
Même moi j'ai ma place dans cette ligne.
Anger on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson.
Bien sûr t'as ta place aussi. Des gros porcs qui servent à rien.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Mond. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak.
Putain, mais je prends les mauvais blocs.
This is really a team, Charles, that should
continue. On va pilonner au sol. Pas grave. J'aime pas trop ce qu'il me propose.
So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense. They may blitz more in the beginning to get them going.
Oh, Marie!
More up tempo.
Marie Cooper!
To get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy.
Non, c'est pas Amari, c'est Kramaric.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down carry by Elliott.
Oh là là, tu peux pas le faire perdre 2 yards dans ce petit.
Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Elliott.
Mais wesh les gars, sérieux, un minimum. Qu'il va se faire baiser les joueurs, sérieux. Enfin, surtout ma ligne. Ma ligne offensive, c'est des branquignoles.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott.
Oh mais... Eh, la tête de ma mère qu'il y a flag. Eh, sur Sigilan. Oh là là. Mais il y a flag sur Sigilan, vas-y. Putain, mais... Aïe, 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 aïe. C'est pas bon ça, les arbitres. Hein.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Ça commence à me gonfler. On commence à envoyer de la pression, là.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
DeMonte Casey!
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards.
Elle commence à me gonfler cette défense des Vikings. Hein.
It's fourth down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll set up a throw.
Allez, failli faire un arrêt cardiaque là.
He couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Jalen, c'est pour toi, Jalen, ça.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
Non.
First down yardage to the 35.
Oh, ok, challenge. Ah bah ouais.
The pickup there as that extends this drive. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive.
Oh,
he brings out that red challenge flag.
Bullshit. Oh, fuck off, sérieux. Bullshit. Du vol.
Because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Smith-Marset. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards.
Ah, les gars, je viens de me faire voler là.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
Je sais qu'il a levé une coupe là, on dirait que c'est Marshall. Personne ici, c'est personne quand il est en face à moi. Tu connais Martian Smarties Lynch? Non. Pas Smarties, c'est des Skittles.
Back to throw.
Oh! Oh le vol! Oh le vol. Et là j'aurais bondi de ma chaise. On dit, what the fuck?
And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, il y a toujours un mec, that just didn't happen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Putain, il me les congèle, ces enfoirés.
Nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tranquille, on va attendre un temps mort de 2 minutes.
second quarter. 2 minutes remain.
3-0 our score. On prend des points, les gars. C'est pas facile là. Franchement, j'arrive pas.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll just get.
Mais get-le celui-là, wesh. Eh, vas-y, c'est qui lui là? Eh, gros, ton 99, putain, c'est une machine de guerre. Allez! Oh là 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 là! Bien joué, mon gars.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oula.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had
oh, vas-y, sérieux. Non, sérieux, là, non.
And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Moyen, là.
Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ah, sérieux, moyen.
On first down, here's Mon. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first.
Oh mais non, mais tu là, Marie. Ne la lâche pas celle-là. Fais-moi plaisir un peu, mon ami.
That was nice work there defensively.
Ouais, on a gratté là.
Even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet.
Putain, Marie.
So they can work towards another
c'est dangereux ce que tu m'envoies, mon petit RC là.
not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back. Of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Not much room here as he only gets into about the 30. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Enculé! Conspiration.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Tu le connais?
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Il m'a pété une dent à Ezekiel, là, en tyrannie. Oh, c'est pas bon ça.
Play action now, Prescott.
Oh. Allez hop, bye bye.
20, 10.
Oh, abusé. Mais la tête de Manu, c'est abusé. C'est qui lui qui me rattrape? Bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage. It's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from the
Malouti, il est dans le bloc, il rattrape mon joueur. Ah putain. Ah putain. Hop, touchdown. Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Putain, j'ai confiance en toi, Ezekiel. J'ai confiance.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get in
Ouais, mon ami, j'avais
to
confiance en
extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25
Putain les gars, je vous
yard
apprends
line, so the same
l'entraînement.
result.
Vers
They opted for the
l'arrière.
touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Here's Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
5 yards remain on second down.
Cousins now. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll return it to
Van Bell, la recrue.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on
Voilà,
the last drive,
voilà pourquoi j'en vois jamais de play comme ça. Parce que c'est de la merde. C'est de la merde de play comme ça. Ah, je viens de perdre 4 yards.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The give is to Elliott, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Maintenant, je suis en train de me faire désosser par sa vie. Mon gars, s'il ne laisse pas là, c'est un miracle. Ouais, je prends que des coups plus tard, le pauvre. Putain. Pauvre gars. Pauvre gars. Putain, Marie. Je te sens bien, Marie. C'est pour toi, ça.
Prescott to throw it. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Putain, I told you.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they said it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it with Madison. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Complete.
Oh, bien joué ça. Bien joué, numéro 18.
47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of you and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Wow, ouais, ça arrivait vite là. Oh putain, j'ai cru que j'allais me faire fouetter l'oignon. Oh là là, même pas le temps de faire un petit cercle. Putain, côté droit.
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Elliott again.
Oh mais Kendrick il me les gèle, putain, qu'est-ce qu'il me les gèle? Putain, avec sa coupe d'homme de Cro-Magnon là. Putain, même on dirait il a des algues à la place des cheveux, ce bâtard. Putain d'enculé. Tout seul. Hop. Oh, le sprint move. Maman. Ah, c'était fort ça.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down.
Ouh, ce qu'il lui a mis.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mais non mais. Ah vas-y Hunter. Ah vas-y Hunter. Elle vient. Tout est mort, enculé d'Hunter de merde. Putain. Ah il me les gèle cet enculé là. Vas-y. Putain vas-y. Eh poto, on va pas mettre triple team sur toi. Hein. Oh putain Amari. Les gars. C'est pour Amari ça les gars. Regardez ça. Non, pour Sidi Lamb. Non, j'ai pas dit non, il n'y a pas de touchdown là. Juste, on est parti chercher le first. Oh, il va challenge. Salaud, RC, salaud. Oh, franchement, moi, pour moi, il n'y avait pas le down. Ouais, pour moi, il n'y avait pas le down du tout.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Another carry tonight for the workhorse.
Oh tiens Kendrick, oh là là, tiens, coupe dans la gueule. Ouais mon ami, tu vas pas nous la faire à tout, tu vas pas nous faire tout le match ça. Bon, je t'en envoie là. Je le sens bien. Je le sens bien. Ça c'est pour Cooper. Putain c'est pour Cooper.
They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Il n'a pas le droit de faire ça. Il a fait le coup de la bascule. Interdit ça.
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Ouh, ça va blitzer. Faut aller vite là, hein, mon petit Dak. Mais, oh là là, c'est terrible, c'est terrible. Allez, sprint pas, c'est terrible dans le jeu.
A loss of a yard and it brings up fourth. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success. 19 yards.
Ah ouais, c'est pas bon. Oh putain. Ah les gars, mon petit investissement là, circuit. Ça vend comme des petits. Hein? Oh, c'est pas bon ça. Ce qu'il me prépare là, j'aime pas trop.
Play fake, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Moi j'ai acheté des joueurs, des joueurs, des réguliers.
Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Je suis à 1,5 million, je crois.
So now a fresh set of
Vas-y,
downs.
à côté de toi, j'ai pas pu choisir même que défensif.
Cook following the penalty.
Oh là 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 là. Micah Parsons!
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Kenny Reeves.
On second down now. It's Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Oh là là, ma mère! Bonne balle, il a des petits trous, il est parti. Super bonne.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that.
Pas à moi, c'est pas à moi.
Front out, leverage the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah,
pas à moi, RC. Tous en man, tous en man. Man press plutôt, tous en press.
Running for it, here's Cook, and he's not gonna get there. Might have even lost a yard. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down, and the Cowboys defense is gonna get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he'll get about 3 here.
Ah, il me gonfle le Kendricks, les gars.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll drop to throw.
Whoa!
Coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. DJ Waddle in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Oh. Oh.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Cousins to throw it. The timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man.
Ah, mais moi je m'arrête comme un débilos, c'est totalement de ma faute. Putain, je me suis arrêté comme un TD.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to the ground, this time Cook.
Oh, poteau, il veut pas tomber!
For a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.